everybody. This is definitely the first time we're recording this. It's Two Teas in a Pod. I'm Tony,
And I'm Tralana.
and we're coming at you from Pennsylvania. Uh, it was my first uh, stay in Pennsylvania in at Trelana's house. The big test
Hmm.
where we were the big test because I'm allergic to dogs and cats. They have three dogs,
Hmm.
and we were just testing the waters, make sure that I didn't die. And
Surprise!
surprise, actually,
I'm not a widow.
mine. Well, not yet, but uh, mind-blowingly, these past few days I've been completely allergy free.
Which is crazy just to say because when you were in the hotel, you were like constantly using your inhaler and nebulizer. And then here, which is why I thought that it would never work here because I'm like, you're dying in a hotel room in Pennsylvania. Because again, Pennsylvania has 9,000 more trees than Chicago.
Yeah, it's more
So you always
m-
struggle here.
a lot more. Ooh, a lot more agriculturally.
It's gonna keep doing that. That's the automatic food feeder for the dogs. It'll do it for like a minute until it disperses the food.
So that you have an automatic dog feeder that barks.
It whatever that noise is, it doesn't bark.
That sound. I thought that was the dog barking.
No. It's gonna drop food here in a second. That's the like Pavlov, like come and get it.
Oh,
So it's like
that's weird.
and then the dogs know, like, come get your
You know what
food.
the weird part about all this is? That's
What?
not going to come through on the microphones.
Oh. Well, okay.
Basically, I guess there's a dog feeder in the other room that makes a very loud screeching dog bark noise.
It doesn't sound like a dog barking.
It does. Anyway,
Then I'm
so
deaf.
no, it's just you don't know sounds. So I'm sorry, I don't want to condescend you. So
First I don't know food flavoring and
food
now
flavoring. What do you mean?
because when we did the whatever, like I did. Well, no, I never mind. I take it back. I did better than
I don't
you
know
on
what
the
you're talking
second
about.
round or whatever. But when we did the taste tests of the chocolate
Yeah,
and
I
stuff,
have COVID mouth. That doesn't count. My palate is
right? But I'm saying like
damaged.
I don't have a good palate and I have no excuse for it. You do,
Oh,
and so I'm like now I also can't hear
okay.
correctly. I can't taste correctly. I can't hear
All right, we're gonna
correctly.
move on from this.
I'm just broken. It's fine.
So, uh, the animal situation's fine. And to your point, we were talking about the hotels,
Yes.
and it kind of goes to show you
How shitty
how,
they take care of the
yes,
hotels.
how seriously they take uh,
Your well-being.
your well-being and cleanliness. And it's weird because, you know, I understand that nobody's going to beat, uh, well, depending on the person, I guess, but you're a fairly neat, cleanly person, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fairly neat, somewhat cleanly person, and just your average person is probably three times more cleanly than. But when you're in hospitality and you've got a hotel with 300 rooms, you can't spend as much time in each room that you probably should.
But you would think that, like, especially with, okay, so we just talked about this though, like
Oh yeah.
with COVID and all the like,
Oh yeah.
we're taking extra care
Sure you
and blah,
are.
blah, 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 blah. Like, you would think with all of those things that it would be, even if past
Yeah.
tense it wasn't, you would think now that they would have like extra filtration systems on their air to like keep the COVID out, like whatever.
Yeah.
But clearly, because you're in a house with three dogs and you're fine, and when you were in the hotel, you were like dying. Like literally, I was
Yeah.
worried that we were going to make a hospital visit or something because you were so bad.
Well, what it comes down to it's the air conditioning units and
Mhm.
like the vents and ventilation and
But
stuff.
that's what I'm saying with
Yeah.
COVID, you would think that they would have like upped the ante with all
No.
of that stuff. And
No.
clearly,
No, they're just going to put it on a placard and hang it on your door
yeah.
to to make you think that they've taken any extra steps in cleanliness.
Yeah.
The one hotel that we were at, the you could see like the black dust from like the vent.
Yeah.
Remember that? And it's like, come on, like anybody could see that. Like I understand if you don't want to, vacuum every nook and cranny, but you should at least visibly get the fucking dirt off the wall. But that's the
Yeah.
shit that bothers me in hotels.
Hmm.
My apartment ain't like the cleanest thing in the world, but I keep everything pretty neat and tidy, and I never have any problems.
Right.
So here, I mean, God bless her. Trelena put up a, a new air filters and purifiers and cleaned everything, and I have had zero problems. So good news. Now
We don't
we
need
don't
hotels.
need hotels. Now we don't have to worry about spending a bajillion dollars on a hotel room for 3 nights where I'm sicker there than I am here.
Yes.
I mean, it was actually, you know, I was so good that we let the husky in the bedroom for a little bit. Now, she was an asshole and started chewing shit, but if she wasn't, then she could have stayed. I would have. I think,
She's obsessed with Tony,
yeah,
first of all, let's just
that
say.
dog loves me.
So I have a husky. Her name is Sapphire because her eyes are blue. And so wherever he is, she wants to be. Like literally, we had to put her out in the yard right now so that we could even record this without her like trying to get to him. But yeah, we let her in. She was gonna try to sleep in bed, and she decided she was gonna put a hole in the comforter and try and rip all the stuffing out of the
Oh yeah,
comforter
like
instead.
little chunks of stuffing at a time.
Yeah.
So I pushed it back in. But
So now I have a
mm,
hole in my comforter.
yeah, well, but if she had behaved, I would have been
I think she
fine.
just got too
I
excited.
think we also lucked out. I think we also lucked out in that it's just something about your dog, even though huskies are super furry and
Hmm.
super, on the larger side, but I think I'm just there's something about your dog that doesn't affect me. At
I'll
least
take
that
it.
dog.
I'll take it.
Now, I do get little hives and stuff if she like, you know, paws at me or licks me or something because the saliva I'm very allergic to.
Hmm.
But she's not a very licky dog.
No,
So,
not really.
I mean, success. Super happy.
Hmm.
Trelane has a very comfortable purple mattress, not a sponsor.
I
But
wish it was a
if we get
sponsor.
big enough,
Heck yeah, man.
purple, I love your mattress. I need another one.
We need
Um,
like three more for all the
yeah,
boys.
we just all purple mat. Even the pillows are pretty cool. Um, yeah, so very successful. Also, we got to go to the flea market.
Oh yeah, because I couldn't let Swaparama be the only flea
Right.
market that we went to. Well, actually, that's not true. We were gonna go to the Renaissance Fair because Tony's never been to one, and we have both the Maryland and the Pennsylvania one that are very close by. However, I didn't anticipate the demand for tickets, and I didn't purchase in advance, and they were both sold out, so we couldn't do either of those.
Surprisingly, and my mind was blown because when you think like a Renaissance fair, you're thinking like an
And they are. They're
open air,
outside.
open outside. It's like how do they how do you sell out? Like how do you
Well, that's probably a new thing because of COVID. They're probably trying to keep the numbers like lower and only have so many people per day.
I don't know.
I don't I mean, I
Disney
honestly
World
don't
don't
know.
do that. Like
I honestly don't know. I just know I've never had that problem before and now today we did. Or yesterday we did. So,
well, that's just
as a
one more thing.
secondary, I had already had it in mind about taking you to the flea market here. So, as soon as I saw that that wasn't an option, I was like, okay, well, flea market it is, so that we could compare Swaparama with Morningstar.
So as I said on the last podcast, I love flea markets,
Mhm.
or at least I'm a big supporter of local business, small business. So if I can go and so the difference is that the Swaparama that's out near me is very like garage saley,
Yes.
very like I've
Hmm.
got a shed full of shit. If I get a couple bucks for this, that's a couple bucks more than I would have had type deal.
Yeah.
a lot of power tools and like older, you know, like toys and baby clothes and stuff. Very, very garage sale which
Yeah.
sometimes you can find good shit in a garage sale.
Hmm.
You know, some mom selling a pack of collectibles, you know, her son is off to college and he's like, yeah, just get rid of it. You know, you can find some good shit
Yeah.
at the Swaparama. You can also find a lot of the not so legal shit there, if that's your thing. This flea market out here was more like actual storefronts.
I mean, it had like a mixture of both
It
things
did. It did. It had a mixture. Like the outside was very garage sale-y.
and like farmers market
Yeah, a lot of like, you know, you
produce and
could buy
stuff.
meat
Oh, yeah.
and they had like a deli counter. It was
Hmm.
very weird, but hey, if I lived close to something like that, I would go
Well,
there instead of my local grocery store.
because you got to remember there's farms everywhere. So, like, yeah, take your butcher stand into the flea market and sell off the meats.
Well, that's the thing. That was my point was that a lot of them probably have their own
Other store.
other store, right? Like
Yeah.
another shop or like a storefront,
Hmm.
and then they take their excess or on the weekends, you know, they'll go to this flea market
Hmm.
and they'll you know, try to drum up some business. And I mean, pretty interesting experience. A lot more
Awesome.
food too.
We should have planned ahead to have the pictures to show of the foods
Oh, here, I'll just pause it. I'm gonna pause and then we'll insert some pictures that I took
of the
of
foods that
some
I
of the
made Tony eat.
because well, I'll go into it, but very food heavy. So I'll pause and we'll be right back. And we're back.
Yay!
See, that was quick. It's like we didn't even
You're
go
like goodbye
away.
and I.
Yeah. So we went and it was very food centric. This flea market.
Well,
It
yes.
it is. I mean, you there was it was like a whole. I've seen less at a mall food court.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there were and all kinds of different things.
Hmm.
And so one of the things that we saw,
I didn't get to. There were still other things that you have to try, like next time.
yes, yeah, there's a list of things that we didn't get to because
Well, Anna, like not at
she's
the.
already trying to kill me with food. Like
No,
it's already.
no, and we didn't get to have you try hog maw yet because, like, yeah, that was a whole other thing. So, anyways, no, I. They say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach, and I want to make sure that you love me.
I love you, and I want to love you for another 50 years. But at this rate, you got 5 years with me, Thomas. Like, all right. So I have a very plain diet. What?
You said I only have 5 years with you.
They're gonna be good 5 years, like the best 5 years. Um, and when I come out here, or you know, more specifically, I think when we're together, we like to experience different things that maybe you know I can't experience, you know, out by me, and you can't experience, you know, out here. So it's like, yeah, you know, try Chicago style pizza
White Castle.
or White Castle, fast food that's only Midwestern, you know, or more regional. And then, you know, I come out here and it's like, oh, you got to try hog maw and, you know,
Fosnut. Fosnuts.
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 So they're donuts, basically.
They're potato
They're
donut.
potato donut. And this is what we got. So as you can see, I got the Samoa, which is a Girl Scout cookie with it's the only thing that I like with coconut. It's got toasted coconut, caramel, chocolate. Wow, so good. And then you got a cream
Cream
filled
filled.
powdered
I
sugar.
didn't want the powdered sugar because powdered sugar is so messy. I wanted glazed, but they didn't have it, so I went with
Oh yeah, I looked like
the.
Tony Montana. Like I had powdered. Like I took one bite of yours, and I
Yeah,
was like, thought I was gonna get arrested. And then there was just a plain one, I think.
yeah, it's just glazed.
Yeah,
They're just
delicious.
more dense than regular donuts because they're potato instead of whatever.
Yes. So that was the first stop. but we didn't eat them right away because we wanted real food. And we saw online before we um, even went out. I think we were looking at food to see what they had there because we were
Yeah,
hungry.
because we were debating if we were going to eat at the flea market or before or after, or like what that was going to look like.
And we came across a waffle kind of. Don't remember the name of the place. Waffle, waffly.
It was something waffle. Like waffle was the second word, but I don't remember the first
I don't
word.
know, but they make them to order like in front of you,
Yeah.
and we got a cheddar waffle with bacon, cream cheese,
Hmm.
and ghost
Everything.
everything bagel seasoning and ghost pepper.
It wasn't ghost
What
pepper. It was
Carolina Reaper,
Carolina
Carolina
Reaper
Reaper Cheetos.
Cheetos.
And I know you're probably thinking like, what the hell is that? Well,
Let us show
that's
you.
what that is.
And then you like fold it in half so it's like a sandwich and just
And eat it
go to
like
town.
a sandwich.
Yeah.
And it
It was
was
amazing.
amazing.
I was gonna have Tony try the chicken and gravy waffles, but that would have been too
Too
much for
much.
first thing in the morning. And
Yeah.
they also
Too
had like
much.
dessert ones that we could have had,
Yeah,
but
like a banana
yeah,
pie and
with like
pudding and
chocolate
stuff.
and yeah.
I mean, believe me.
That waffle, we were just saying while we were sending the pictures over, I want another. I would eat it every day.
Yeah, it is surprisingly for what it was. It wasn't heavy.
No.
Like the waffle was very light and crispy and very good.
Hmm.
And yeah, the cream cheese is a little heavy, but it very salty in a
I've
good
never had
way.
bacon cream cheese before
Oh yeah.
either. That was
Well, you know what, I'm wondering if she makes
her
her
own.
own.
Maybe.
Like, I mean, all you got to do is plain cream cheese, mix it
Put
with bacon,
bacon.
a little
Yeah.
bit of bacon grease maybe or something to bind it. But
Mhm.
it, I, you can buy bacon cream cheese, but it's not like that.
Yeah.
It's like all it is like a little bit of liquid smoke and stuff. Not a lot of bacon, but I bet you she like makes a
Makes her
whole
own.
batch of it.
Probably.
Well, which leads me into my next thing that I told you I wanted to start doing. I wanted to start recreating some of these
Oh.
dishes.
Hmm.
So whenever we go out and we have these dishes, like I am no by no means a Gordon Ramsay, but I know my way around the kitchen. Okay, and I love cooking. Cooking is like one of my favorite things to do.
Hmm.
And whenever we have like some of these interesting recipes, I always want to like try. I want to try to make it at home
Hmm.
and then have us test it, like taste test it, and decide whose is better.
Yeah.
Kind of like a beat Bobby Flay or whatever that show used to be. Bobby Flay's a fucking piece of shit in my opinion, but he would go to like people who are like, oh, I'm the best donut maker in the country, and he'd learn how to fucking make a donut in 3 days, and then go challenge these people who've been doing it for like 30 years, and sometimes he would even win, which is a fucking travesty. But kind of like that, but I'm not as conceited as Bobby Flay. I just want to see if I could taste something and be like, I have some ideas that I could make this better.
I just get to eat all the
Right,
food.
and you just get to eat all the food. And one of the things that we came across, which quite possibly could be the best stuffed pizza I've ever eaten.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the reason you moved to Pennsylvania.
No, no, no. But close. Um, I am a big pizza person. Obviously, I come from Chicago. When you think pizza outside of Italy, you think Chicago and New York. This stuffed pizza was it blew my balls off. So this is Philadelphia cheesesteak stuffed pepperoni pizza, and it changed my life. It did. It changed my life
Hmm.
because You don't get Philly cheesesteak stuff. What is going on with the camera?
It's like freezing a little bit. I don't know what's happening.
Swang. Swang. Well, here, let me pause it real. Let me let me pause it real quick. And we're back. Um, so that pizza was up. It's doing it kind of
It's a little
again.
trippy.
Yeah. And we're back. So anyway, so coming from Chicago, big pizza guy. Um, you think New York, Chicago. We don't have stuffed pizza like that, especially when you're kind of mixing like the regional dish of like a Philly cheesesteak and you mix that with pizza.
Mhm.
Oh my god. There was no sauce. No marinara. It was literally
You could dip.
you could, but it ruined it for me. Like I wouldn't I liked like the taste of the Philly cheesesteak
Mhm.
and the mozzarella and the pepperoni on top. Oh my god! Like I want to make it. I want to make my own version home. And your mother is gonna send me away with a kitchen full of supplies like George Foreman grill, panini
Well, some of
press.
that's like most of that's mine.
Yeah, well, yeah, a lot of it's
Or at
probably
least from my
yours.
mother, but yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, both of you are sending me with stuff. Like the pampered chef stuff that's hers, right?
Just the pizza thing.
Okay. So there's like a ceramic pizza. It's not like a pizza stone. I don't think you'd consider it a pizza stone,
No. I don't know what you would consider it.
but it's a ceramic uh, pizza dish. That's I think you could just put the. I think it could act as a stone.
Yeah.
You put it in the oven and cook the pizza on it.
Yeah.
But a pizza stone, you pre-cook in the oven first. Anyway, I don't make a lot of homemade pizza, or homemade dough, I should say. But yeah, and then you're sending me with every spatula and spoon ever created, a blender, which is great because I need a blender because Nicholas broke my blender.
A family size George Foreman
Family
grill.
size George Foreman grill. I got like a cheap $8 one for Memorial Day, I think,
I think
so I can make burgers and stuff.
mm,
Fucking that piece of shit out. Got the family size one. I'll actually
the
use that.
panini maker.
Panini press. I've always wanted a panini press.
Mhm.
I don't think you understand how much I wanted a panini press. I spent, I mean, both of us spent many years making sandwiches for a living. Trelane here was
Sandwich artist.
san- a sandwich artist,
Sandwich
you know, like Monet. What was sandwiches? I just think it's funny that Subway, the or should I'll say I don't care. Subway at the height of one of the worst sandwiches you could possibly eat is Subway. Don't get me wrong, I still get a Subway every now and then. Like, especially back in college when they were doing that $5 foot long. Those went a long way.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that they call them
I need you to crack my neck.
sandwich.
Better.
Should I do it like right here on the pod?
No.
You guys want to see me
Do you want
crack
to see
Trelana's
him
neck?
break my neck?
Come on.
Oh
Do
my
it right
gosh.
here.
I don't. Okay.
Watch.
I'm not a
Watch.
fan.
Okay. Now loosen it up.
Mm.
Loosen it up. Loosen it up. Okay. Breathe. Nope.
You
See?
make me tense up.
Can't.
Stop.
Can't tense up. Oh, did you hear that? I hope that came through on
I
the.
hope it came through.
Feel better?
A little.
A little,
Yeah.
the other
I think
side?
the other
Oh,
side.
say no more. I had a dream just like this.
Snapping my neck.
Yeah. Didn't end quite as well, but ready? Ready? Now you're
I
moving. See,
can't.
now let me move you.
Okay.
You're moving.
I'm laughing.
Don't laugh because it's gonna hurt.
Nope.
No, but I did get one.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Anyway.
Okay, we good now?
I think so.
Okay, sandwich artist.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tralana here was a sandwich artist. I did not work at Subway. I worked at Panera. But
Fancier.
yeah, they had paninis. So I have all the recipes for all the panini. Well, back then, all the paninis they're
Yeah.
right here, and I would love to make. I love paninis. I love. I'm generally a cold sandwich person,
Mm,
but give me like a pulled chicken panini or turkey artichoke panini.
mm,
Get the rosemary and onion focaccia with like a artichoke spread, turkey, caramelized onion, Asiago cheese. Oh, so good. So maybe I'll make that
Anyway,
this week. I'll
okay.
do a dry run
Okay.
and then I'll make you paninis.
This weekend.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'll make
So
Joseph noodles
the
or something.
reason for this is because obviously prior to living with my mother, I had a whole house full of things. And then I moved here and now like I don't use any of them. Plus, obviously, eventually we are going to live together. So
It is the plan.
it just, yeah, it just makes sense to start sending because like I have a whole other set of silverware. I have all of the spatulas and everything. So it just makes more sense to slowly ship it off.
Yeah, and and I'm one of those people where we'll use it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, I find like buy things like panini presses or yeah,
Okay. Yeah,
like you
yeah.
buy them
And
and then
don't
don't
use
use
them.
them.
I used it like once, twice,
Well,
maybe.
yeah, you had this idea in your head where you're like, oh my god, I would love to make like just grilled cheeses or whatever on the panini press,
Yeah.
and it's so easy. And then you used it once, you're like, yeah, that was weird. And then it goes right underneath the counter,
And that's
collects
where it's been.
dust,
Yeah.
and nah. If I got it, I'm gonna use it until somebody breaks it.
Yeah. Well, and my other problem is I'm a very supportive friend. So my friends have these pampered chef parties and I can't resist buying
Buying stuff.
something because I want to like help them out and blah blah blah. So all of this stuff is pampered chef. Like all the things I'm sending with you are pampered chef. Like I even have that indoor outdoor grill that I'm sending too.
I hope I can fit it all.
I you
If I didn't have a rental car,
right. Well, that's a whole other
which
story in
is
and
a
of
whole
itself.
other thing, but
But yeah, so I mean, a lot of it's Pampered Chef where I just kind of like eeny, meeny, miny, mode. This looks cool and is a decent price, you know, to help them get towards whatever their goal is. And I just add to cart, buy, whatever. And then the next thing I know, I have all these things like the indoor outdoor grill thingy is still in its box.
yeah,
Like I've never even taken it out. The what's the cast iron
it's a
whatever
cast iron press. So
and the pot or pan I mean that's with it
yeah, it's a cast iron. Well, it's a cast iron pan with
with the press.
yeah, but it has it's like ridged.
Hmm.
So like it's kind of like works as like a cast iron grill, so to speak.
That's never been used. I bought it
Oh yeah, it's
and
nice
it's
too. It's
just sat
heavy.
here.
It's heavy.
Yeah. No, it's really nice. I mean, it's Pampered Chef, but like it's really nice and it's just sat here because I was again was like, "Oh, that looks awesome." And I bought it and then
I can make smash burgers with
never
it.
used it.
That's what I would use it for. Because you're really not supposed to, maybe for certain things, but you're really not supposed to press most things.
Yeah. So,
Um, like I
let's
wouldn't use it with steak or something like that. I mean, I could use the pan. I'm just talking about the press part.
no, no,
It's
I
two
know what you
separate
mean.
pieces.
Yes.
But yeah, smash burgers.
So,
Get out of here.
needless to say, Chef Tony is
Oh yeah,
getting all new equipment.
yeah. And a lot of my stuff is garbage. I have Pampered Chef stuff. The the mitts, those silicone mitts that I have, those are Pampered Chef. The
Are
uh,
you doing like a plug for Pampered Chef?
hey, hook us up, sure. If anybody watches this sells Pampered Chef, let us know. I buy the stuff all the time. The colander that I have,
Hmm.
that's Pampered Chef. The glass mixing bowls, those are all Pampered Chef. I too am the same way. I had a friend that would do the parties, but I didn't want anything to do with that. I just said, give me a catalog. I'll buy things that I need. But most of the other stuff is garbage.
Hmm.
Like it's literally like I tell people when I moved to my apartment, I bought everything I needed in one day. and I've added a few things here and there, but for the most part, everything is still in use. Like it's all the same stuff from day one.
Yeah.
Like I bought all the furniture in one shot. Well, okay, technically 2 days, because then all the other stuff, Nicholas and I went to Walmart and I just bought it. The girl at the counter said this is the largest bill I've ever checked out. It was, I mean, for Walmart standards, it was a small island.
Anyway.
Um, which brings us to circle back to the flea market. Other than the food, right?
Mhm.
A lot of cool storefronts, and one of them was a toy collectible shop.
Well, there were
Well,
two different ones that we bought from. There's
yes.
like two different
Well,
shops.
one was like a really bigger part of the.
Well, that so are you talking about where we bought your comic?
Yeah,
That was like the antiques
yeah. There was like a
area.
whole antique section that
And
was.
within it, they also had like antique toys and games and blah blah blah. And we happened to find da, da, da,
So first, I will show the.
maybe he's getting there. There we go.
So I know it's reversed.
Glared and
Well, it's
reversed and all the
but this is
things.
a Justice League Europe signed. I think it's signed by Ron Randall. Um, the battery's gonna run
Um,
because we didn't plug it in. We can always just go grab the cable if we need to.
yeah.
Um, which is awesome. You don't see a lot of Justice League Europe. Um, so this is issue 37, uh, April of '92. So this was awesome. I was so glad that we found this. Um, so this was awesome. And then we went to uh, a toy shop kind of
Mhm.
thing. Now the guy clearly has his own shop,
Yeah.
and like we said, he brings stuff to the flea market. And then we found, actually,
Which one?
Trelana found this. This was the start.
The wifey got the good
Yeah,
eye.
she got the eye. She
Because it
found
was a plushie.
a plushie Flash, which is adorable. And he's
You might have a seat with him.
he's not. I mean, he could probably use a little bit of a cleanup, but actually, really good condition. I don't know what year this is from.
Mm.
2017. 2017. So I think this might have been kind of in the middle of the TV series run. Um, so Trelina found this one.
And then,
Then we walked inside.
no, you found the other one.
I found that after we walked inside.
I didn't.
Yeah, I found this one after we walked inside. For sure.
Offer.
Because we went in and then we found a Justice League Reverse Flash, well, Injustice from Injustice 2, the game. Reverse Flash. Freaking awesome. Love it. I do not have a lot of Reverse Flash, so this was a cool find. Um, add that to the old collection. Then, what is this? Oh, that's a receipt. And then we back on the outside. Found another little plushie. This one is a little older, I think. I think this one's probably from the early 2000s. Doesn't say. The Toy Factory, San Antonio, Texas. Oh, 2015. Okay. So, this little guy. I wanted to put him in my car. That was my vision for him. Kind of like those suction cup ones.
Mhm.
So I think I'm going to find a way to put him in the mirror or in the window, I should say. So I'll let you.
I could sew little suction cups to him,
Sure.
to his hands.
Yeah. I feel like he should have had.
Maybe he did
Maybe
once
at
upon
one
a
one
time.
point he did.
Mm.
But again, also pretty good condition. Stitching's not bad. If this was like pre-owned stuff, like that's good condition. So
And where's the little guy?
that well,
Oh,
I'm gonna get him.
I thought you
So
were done.
no, no. So then, after seeing this little guy, we went in and we did talk to the guy, and we found a little reverse flash guy, just a little tchotchke. Um, I don't know what the year is on this one, but for my desk, I have a couple of these. Um, so there he is. And then I got some belated birthday gifts.
From my mother.
Yes. Oh wait, that's Joseph.
Oh, his school picture.
We got some variant covers of Flash issue 52. What is this? 46 with the reverse Flash, which is awesome. And then a kind of like a Rogues Gallery, Flash, Gorilla Grodd, Captain Cold, um, what's the other one? Not the Joker,
Don't look at me.
the Jester. I can't remember, but there you go. Very cool cover. Very awesome. Love it, love it, love it. I will have to find a way to put those
On display.
on display. I have a lot of comics that I have to put on display. And then to top it all off, I also got a. Would you consider that part of a birthday gift, or was that just an "I love you" husband gift?
What the thing?
Yeah.
I mean, technically, it was gonna be an early Christmas present,
Oh,
but it's just,
I mean, I'm just saying. Like, I didn't know, but
it's just I love
yes,
Husby.
my wife finds amazing Flash things all the time, and I have a picture of it because it's too big, and it is this awesome light up Flash sign.
I'm really bad at holding. It's doing that freezy thing again. I'm really bad at holding on to presents, so I just did it right away. I gave it to you right away.
Yeah. Let me get rid of that. Boop, boop. I think it's just having a hard time with the
Everything.
yeah, the 58 megapixel pictures that we're posting up.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pause it for a second, let it cool down, and we're back. I think some of that was probably because it was on battery power,
Oh, yeah, probably.
probably. So, um, yeah, man, like awesome all around. I got so much Flash stuff. I got so much food stuff, and then, um, one of the most exciting parts of the weekend was our photo shoot.
Hmm.
Why don't you tell the people about the photo shoot?
Okay. So I wanted to do a photo shoot for my birthday, because I was turning 40 and I had seen an idea on Facebook, like a while ago, for like a farewell funeral to my youth kind of thing. And so originally, like the original idea was funeral to my youth because that's what the like idea that I saw was. And then 2 weeks before my birthday, a friend of mine from high school passed away from breast cancer. And so I was like, that's not, and it was literally her viewing was on her 41st birthday. Like she died just short of 41. So obviously I was like, I'm not doing a funeral to my youth photo shoot anymore. I just want to do like a farewell to my youth. Well, then because Tony only comes to Pennsylvania certain times, then it was like, okay, we're gonna try and put this photo shoot together when he's here, obviously. Well, then Strasburg Railroad couldn't do it the first time because Thomas Train was there. And then the second time we were going to do it, it got rained out. And so the third time's a charm. And so
It
finally,
really was, though.
finally, we had to switch photographers and everything, just because of availabilities and, whatever. And so, my friend Nikki is a photographer and she had availability today to take our pictures. And so it kind of totally morphed from like a farewell to my youth or anything like that to just a couple's like a romantic couple's photo shoot because Tony and I have never had professional pictures taken because since we eloped with the boys and everything the way that we did, like we didn't have professional pictures at our wedding. Like we never took the time to do like a engagement photo shoot or anything like that. Like we
Yeah.
just we haven't we haven't had pictures. So I kind of messaged Nikki like a bunch of old timey romantic ideas with like spins and dips and lifts and, all the things. And I was like, can we
And we
do,
broke our backs.
well, you did. I
I
didn't.
broke my back.
Yeah. So
Worth it
he's
though.
calling me fat. It's fine. It's fine.
No,
I'll
that's
recover later.
absolutely not what I'm doing.
I mean, how else did you break your back? Anyway, so, so, so we went to City Island, which is one of my favorite places that's not too far away. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a little island, and so it's surrounded by water, which is one of my favorite things. And then they have like a little like train that goes around the island and whatever, so we used some of those backdrops to make this romantic photo shoot happen. And then obviously with it being fall, there were a lot of trees with changing leaves and different colors and blah blah blah. So
Mm.
um, I'm very excited. And then there's a bridge there that connects the island to the city. And so we did some pictures on the bridge. There were obviously, unfortunately, other people on the bridge. So we had to get creative with like
She,
blocking them out.
yeah, she did a good
Yeah.
job of like. Well, hold on. So, we had props
Yeah.
available.
Mhm.
So, Trelina was in a flowy, black, like, I don't know if you'd call it a skirt, really. It was like a skirt dress.
I mean, the dress was meant to be worn all together because it was like a corset top with like the skirt that went with it. But yeah, so I mean, like it was a two-piece dress.
Yeah, and I was wearing a black textured um, paisley kind of blazer.
Hmm.
I think we'll have pictures within a month to put on the pod. I actually regret not having her, but maybe that would have been tacky.
What?
Like, be like, hey, can you take one of these shots with my phone so I could have
Oh, like for
something
now?
for
Well,
now?
she said 2 weeks. So,
That's so long. I really want to see them right now.
oh, me too. Like, I mean, we did a lot of really neat things that I can't wait to see if they turned out because okay,
Yeah.
I am horrible with pictures. Like, I'm probably the least photogenic person ever because I make stupid faces. I mean, you guys see like my facial expressions on the podcast, but I don't control my face. Like whatever's beneath the surface is happening. I'm blissfully unaware. So Nikki had to like tell us like watch the weird faces, guys, because like, we're supposed to be like I'm supposed to be like flirting with him or giving him, the seductive face. I don't know how to do those things. Like she was like posing us, but then it was like kind of on us to like
Make
make
the
it
magic.
happen,
We made the magic.
which I mean, don't get me wrong, obviously like there's a ton of chemistry between us. That's what got us here.
Right.
But
So much so that
creating
she had to
that
tell us to stop kissing as much.
well, also because I was getting like my lipstick all over
Well,
you and
that's
back
yeah,
all over
but
me,
right.
and
But she
yeah,
was like, you got to stop eating your face, like
yeah. So
very aggressively
yeah,
kissing each
so
other.
so but I mean, we had so many interesting different poses throughout, like because we kind of basically just circled the island and like at every cute spot around the island, we took pictures, and then on the bridge. So, there was a really cool unexpected effect on the bridge because the bridge is like graded and then there is a sidewalk, but like so first we had Tony on the graded bridge part, but then when I got on the graded bridge part, it was like a Marilyn Monroe
Like an updraft.
effect.
Yeah,
And so I can't wait to see how I mean like she showed us like on her camera, like how those turned out, which looked
yeah,
amazing.
it was really cool.
Um, but I can't wait to see, and then like even like the ones with you twirling me and like dipping. Okay, so like I sprained my ankle at my
This
birthday.
was the part where I hurt. I didn't hurt my back. I'm fine, but it was rough.
Yes.
It wasn't your fault
No.
or
It
mine.
well,
It was just
yeah,
the
circumstantial.
circumstantial.
So we wanted to do a romantic dip, like dip kiss, and but the problem was the angle that Nikki was taking the pictures. I have a sprained ankle and I'm supposed to be wearing a brace, but I obviously didn't wear it today because that wouldn't be cute with my dress and heels and blah blah blah. So there I am, walking around, running around, whatever, in high heels, no less, with not my ankle brace on. And then she wants us to dip kiss with all of my weight, like kicking my left leg out. So all of my weight had to be on my right foot,
Right.
ankle, whatever, which was intensely painful. And I couldn't hold it, which she needed us to hold it.
So all of
So
the weight
he
was
had to
on
hold
my arm
he had to
dipping
like
her.
hold me with his yeah, with his forearm so that I didn't fall because I couldn't support myself. So and then when you had to pick me up and we did that one, that was kind of like
Well,
the
the
icing on the cake.
the picking you up wasn't. It wasn't the. I mean, it was straining on my back, but it was more so because she's like, "All right, you got to stand straighter," and I'm like, lady, if I stand any straighter, I'm literally gonna fold in half. Like
Mhm.
I'm like, how straight do I need to?
Yeah,
Because normally I would, if I was holding you in that position, I would probably
like
more
hunch.
punch to
Yeah.
get you a little bit of my shoulders into it, and then I
Yeah.
could flip you over my head. But when I'm holding you like this, and I'm like, it's like not a
It's
natural
not. So,
way to
well, and
carry
that was the
somebody.
thing is, I realized today that I have intensely ridiculous posture because almost
Oh yeah,
every picture was, Trelena, fix
she would have
your
to come and be like,
and like yeah, or it was like arch your back and stick your butt out and lean more into him though, and I was like, I felt like I was like ridiculous. Yeah,
contortionist.
I
Yeah,
thought I was gonna like snap
that's why
somewhere.
they're gonna be great though.
They better be, or I'm gonna be really angry.
I, s- I we saw
No, we
some of them.
saw some of them and they were
I
amazing. But
almost cried at the first one.
what do you mean?
What?
What first one?
When we were taking pictures over by the railing.
And you almost cried?
Yes,
Why?
because I've never taken professional photos before, and they looked really good, and I was very happy.
Never?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, other than like my mom taking the kids for the you know pictures. I think the last professional photo I've taken was I can't even remember.
I just assumed
12, 13 years old.
no. When you got married the first time, you didn't have professional pictures?
No, no, nope,
At like a real normal wedding, you didn't have professional pictures.
nope.
What the okay.
We
Anyway,
had we had people taking photos, and we had disposable camera things,
yeah.
but we did not have. Oh, we did have a videographer,
Okay.
so there was that, and it was the biggest waste of money in my life.
Anyways,
So yeah, nope.
that's crazy.
So
Okay.
the last professional photos was probably my mom when she took me and my sisters and got like
Wow.
photos taken when my little sister was younger.
Okay. Well,
And then the
anyways.
one time I wanted to get pictures, professional pictures with me and the boys,
Mm.
um, Ian's mother couldn't find the mall.
Well, anyways, so Nikki did some really awesome things. I can't wait to see like I mean, I loved all of the pictures obviously, and I hope they all turned out great. I hope I wasn't making stupid faces, which I probably was. But Nikki also did some really cool things. Like I had a fan. And she had us open the fan and we were like holding the fan but kissing behind it. So like
Yeah,
I can't wait to see
that's kind of
how
cool.
that one turns out. And then she also took my umbrella because it was like a lace umbrella to match
Parasol.
yeah, to match my dress. And whoa. it's raining really bad outside and the
Oh,
power
you
just
think the
almost went
power's
out.
gonna go out?
It could.
I hate it.
Anyways, I hope it not. Anyways, so she took it and turned it so that she was taking pictures through the lace. And I can't wait to see how that like textures or frames or I don't know I'm not a photographer. I don't know what the words are for that, but like I can't wait to see how that turns out because I mean like obviously she's a really good photographer, but like that was I wouldn't have ever thought of that. And then the tree one. Okay, so there's one where Tony's like posted up on the tree and then I have the parasol behind me and I lean in for a kiss
That's
and
cool.
like
I'm looking forward to that.
I hope that I didn't do anything stupid during that one and that it turns out really cute because I know it in theory was really cute. So, I
Yes.
hope that one turns out because I really liked the idea of it.
Yeah.
So,
I think we got about 4 months worth of kissing in one day.
there's never enough kissing.
I think for almost 2 hours
Well, for 2
was
hours, all we
nonstop.
did was hold each other's faces
Yeah.
and pull each other in and kiss.
A lot of finger on chin action.
Yes.
Just
And
a
then
little
you
bit.
had to kiss my hands and I liked that
Yeah.
she did those too cuz like again, we didn't have any profession.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I had an idea for a pose in
Mhm.
my head,
Mhm.
and the one that very last one with me kissing your hand was close enough. I had an idea for you having the parasol
Mhm.
over your shoulder,
Mhm.
me leaning down with my leg out, and you putting your foot on my thigh to, like, kind of show your leg off,
Mhm.
and then, like, that was like the framework of the pose that I was thinking of.
Mhm.
But then we did the hand one. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty close.
Mhm. Yeah, she had Tony get down on one knee and like you were what like kissing my fingertips or something so that you
Yeah,
could see my ring.
yeah. Well, we didn't want my
Um
fucking fat cheeks to cover up the ring.
um
Be like, hey
well
Tony, can
cuz
you
when
suck
you
those
would
cheeks in? We want to see the ring.
well I think it was more when you would go like this like
Yeah.
your beard would
Well, there was also the time
encompass.
where we were holding each other like
Well, that was on
this.
the stairs. Yeah.
Right. But yeah, it was more like, yeah, it was like,
Yeah. So, but I mean, like, she made sure because, like, I had told her we've never had any pictures of us. So, like, this is kind of making up for engagement, wedding,
it's very bushy today.
all the things. So, she kind of did a bunch of different things to make it so that we had all of the things.
Yeah,
But yeah,
great
so
job.
I can't wait to see how they turn out.
We'll post a couple.
Yeah,
We'll throw them up if the
well,
laptop lets us.
yeah, in like 2 weeks, she said we should have them.
I mean,
So,
sooner the better. But
well,
I don't
yeah,
want to. I don't want to. I'm not the type to rush things like that. But
no, because she
I want
wants
it.
to edit them
I
all,
want it tomorrow.
and well, yeah, then we're not gonna have them tomorrow.
No,
I think a week would be the fastest I would have them, but I mean, she said too, just to give herself plenty of editing time. So
yeah, I gotta Photoshop the shit out of me.
no, me, my face, she's gonna cover that shit up. But my goal is like what I told Tony is, now that we know that he can stay here unaffected, well, kind of unaffected, whatever, good enough.
So far, yeah.
Um, that I want the boys to come so that if we can schedule it, that we could do a family photo shoot with
Yeah,
Nikki.
and I mean, Ian more so than Nicholas. I think Nicholas is just whatever,
Hmm.
but Ian really does want to come out here. Like,
Yeah.
Ian wants to be able to come out here and
Yeah.
experience the life of Pennsylvania.
Hey, man, whatever.
Yeah, we can. I already know that they could all post up back there real easy.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, we make it work in your apartment. We can certainly make it work in a whole house.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. So there'd be plenty of space.
So yeah, all in all, it was a good weekend. I mean,
Hmm.
pictures, flash stuff, food. Oh my God, Selena's mother. God bless her.
You said you wanted it for your birthday.
I know, and I listen. There are there are very few things that I will turn down. Like, especially when it comes to kitchen appliances and kitchenware. and food. I am that guy at that party when the family orders too much food and they're like, "Well, what are we gonna do with all this chicken?" Me, I'll take it. Give me the whole pan because I know it won't go to waste,
Mhm.
whether it be me or the kids. Admittedly, like I said, when I'm at home, I have very simple, like, Trillian says all the time, like, I have the most disciplined diet. You wouldn't know it, but I do. Um, so I don't usually eat a bunch of junk, but her mother made, what is it? Pennsylvania Dutch pot pie,
It's just chicken pot pie.
but it's not chicken pot pie.
Okay, it depends on what part of the country you come from and all the things, but there's pot pie that's in a pie, and then there's pot pie that's more like the stew and
Right.
or soup or whatever you want to call it. And my mom makes the soupy one.
It's basically like like noodles and chicken and potatoes, and
It's the only chicken pot pie I've ever known.
it's all of the parts of the chicken pot pie without the pie part, and I love it. I think it's very filling and it's all the best things. Like I love
Mhm.
obviously noodles and potatoes and chicken, like all of that. And I'm not going to say it's the healthiest meal in the world, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
So she made 87 gallons,
My mom doesn't know how to cook for not a small army.
which is fine. I'm going to take that whole container home. I don't care if it takes me 3 days to eat it. I will eat
Well, there's
nothing.
two,
Well, I thought she was going to give the one to the. Do I get both?
I thought.
Awesome. I will
Because I
absolutely
think
take
there's
both.
a small container that's staying here, and then I think there's two big containers.
Sure. I'll take the two big containers. I'll eat it for 5 days.
Because I think also the
I
other
will
thing
not go
is the
grocery shopping.
cheesecakes.
Well, that's the other thing, is she also made cheesecake, which is one of my favorite desserts. Now, the cheesecake I got to be careful with. So I have to limit myself. Last time when I had cheesecake, I didn't, and I ate half of a cheesecake in one sitting because I knew if I didn't, I wouldn't get any because Nicholas would eat the whole thing. So I got to make sure that I'm limiting myself with the cheesecake and Nicholas isn't eating the whole thing. But yeah, I won't even go grocery shopping. I will just be like, we're eating pot pie every day for the next 7 days. And I'm sure Nicholas will be like, whatever. Like I'll buy pop.
Mm,
That's it. I'll buy pop. I'll buy pop, put it in the fridge, and we'll just have containers of pot pie. I'm totally okay with it. I love it. So,
and and then we had to take you out for seafood tonight.
oh yeah, and then I had
Well, I mean, technically you paid
uh,
because you wanted to do a belated birthday for my mom,
well, yeah,
but
because I never got a chance to get your
it
mom a birthday
was,
gift.
yeah, it was our idea to take you. Well, we're married. The mixer was from both of us.
Yeah, that's
My
true.
money's your
Yeah,
money.
that's true. But I felt like she was nice enough to think of me on my birthday, and I was like, well, take you guys out, take you both out. We took her out.
Well,
It
yeah,
was my money. It was your money. So
right.
we took your mom out.
We took her out. But anyways,
Went to
so
what was it? Captain Krabs.
I have no idea.
That was it.
It was a crab place.
Captain Krabs.
Sure.
Yeah. And
I
I
got to watch you painfully eat snow crab legs. Cause see, I grew up eating crabs and seafood and whatever because we're by the ocean
yeah, I'm not.
and you're not. So for the last 30 years, I've been picking my own crabs and I know how to efficiently, crack a crab leg open and get the meat.
I can
And
crack
you were,
lobster open.
you were, you were struggling a little bit by
I mean,
anybody's standards that doesn't use the scissors to dissect every
but yeah,
leg.
I mean, I have scissors. I'm gonna use them when I need to. But
Just, just
I left no meat
no, not in that
in those
sense. I
shells.
wasn't criticizing your
Yeah,
clearing
I wasn't.
abilities.
I didn't get like the big chunks like you guys were
Yeah.
maybe, but I was still sucking out all that meat.
We'll get him proficient, don't worry.
Well, I snow crabs are like softer. So it was like
Softer than what?
I think they're probably softer than like other
I
other
just don't know what you're
crabs,
comparing it to.
like
Oh,
other
okay.
crabs, you know,
Okay.
and lobster and other crustacean type things. Like
Mm,
I think because they're very um, pliable, you know. So why not use just the scissors? Just go,
mm.
you know.
Anyway,
But yeah, obviously cracking it and peeling it, and what you guys were doing, yeah, you're gonna get that big chunky meat. But it was good.
yeah.
Yeah, about a pound and a quarter of snow crab, a couple shrimpies, couple potatoes,
Mhm.
and then as soon as we're done recording this, I'm gonna have some pot pie
Popeye.
to round it out. Actually, we're at time.
Perfect.
Yep. So yeah, very successful, very awesome weekend. I'm not
Did I
dying.
finish saying that I wanted to do a photo shoot with the boys?
Yeah,
Did I say that?
yeah you
I
said
couldn't
that.
remember if I finished that thought. Like
Well, you
I
said
wasn't sure if you like started saying about Ian really wanting to come here, and then
no,
like
yeah,
if I didn't get to finish saying like I
yeah.
wanted to do a family
You
photo
yeah,
shoot.
that was the whole that led
Okay.
into them. Why?
Sorry, my brain just kind of.
Well, if you didn't know, we want to do a photo shoot with the whole family,
Yeah.
um,
I want
as
cuz
soon as possible.
yeah. Cuz I know, I mean like I know Nikki will do an amazing job.
Sure.
Um
Also,
um
I like you said, I want to. I've never done a Christmas card or anything like
mhm.
Christmas family photo thing, and I get a million from all my friends, and I want to make sure that I'm annoying them as equally as they're annoying me with their family
I don't
members.
know if we'll have time to put together a Christmas card in time to mail it out, depending on, I mean, it all depends on Nikki's schedule and how quickly we can get the boys out here.
Right.
But
But I
if we
would
can
like
make
to
it
because
happen, I would
every
love that.
year I get a pile of Christmas cards, and I love my friends and their families, and I'm so happy for all of them. I want to make sure that I get to.
That's the one thing I've never done. Like, I've never gotten to do a Christmas card. Like, because I mean, with it being just Giuseppe and I, it's not that we haven't done like matchy matchy pajamas and pictures and like whatever, but like I've never actually put together like a Christmas card and sent it out or anything.
Well, I would
So
love to do it. So
that
we
can be our official here we are, we're a family
right.
debut.
Hopefully at some point before December would be ideal.
Well, I mean that's on you, man.
But you know what? When I get back out by me, I'll make some. I'll reach out to some people that I know. So
Oh,
if we need to do it by me, we could do it out by me if we needed to.
yeah.
Okay, well that's the pod. Uh, thanks for joining everybody. Uh, this is Two Teas in a Pod. I'm Tony,
And I'm Trelana.
and it's your daily reminder it's us against the world.
It's my favorite time of day.
Does that mean we get to?
Do I get another kiss?
I mean,
I married you so I could kiss you anytime I want
well,
to.
I can't argue with that. Mwah.
I love you.
I love you. Okay, everybody.
Bye.